Greetings everyone. Today we are going to discuss an extremely important topic in artificial intelligence and machine learning. Robust testing strategies for machine learning models. Machine learning systems are now part of our daily lives, but one major challenge is how do we ensure that these AI systems are reliable, ethical, safe, and trustworthy. Unlike traditional software systems, ML systems learn patterns from the data. So testing them becomes much more complex. It depends on the quality of the data and the quantity of the data. In this session, we will be able to understand why robust testing is essential, real world ML failures, bias and variance issues, adversarial testing, monitoring and maintenance strategies. By the end of the session, you should understand why ML testing is different that from the traditional software testing, what makes ML fail, and how to build a trustworthy AI systems. Let us quickly look at today's agenda. We'll cover four major sections. First, the motivation why robust testing is becoming important in this era of AI and digital transformation. Then the real world examples of ML model failures will be discussed, like from the IBM Watson, Amazon, Google, Tesla, Microsoft. These case studies help us understand what can go wrong and if the ML systems are poorly tested. Next section will be the key factors for robust ML model testing. This is core technical session where we discuss the bias versus variance, training data quality, hyperparameter tuning, validation strategies, adversarial testing, and continuous monitoring. Finally, we conclude by summarizing how to build responsible and trustworthy AI systems. Next, coming to the motivation. We are currently living in the era of fourth industrial revolution called the Industry 4.0, which combines artificial intelligence, automation, big data, IoT, the Internet of Things, so called, and cloud computing. Organizations are undergoing rapid digital transformation. Now, AI systems are making decisions that directly affect human life. For example, loan approvals, medical diagnosis, hiring decisions, uh, the criminal risk prediction. This creates several concerns about privacy, security, ethics, reliability, fairness. Therefore, robust testing becomes very critical. A machine learning model should not only be accurate, it should also be secure, reliable, fair, explainable, trustworthy. Testing ensures the seamless deployment, better performance of the system using these AI models, the user trust, and the reduced failures in the production system. So, the bottom line is society demands trustworthy AI systems. Next, Industry 4.0 is transforming real world operations. We now see intelligent automation everywhere in every sphere, like in manufacturing, banking, healthcare, transportation, retail, etc. Two major technologies driving this transformation are one is robotic process automation called RPA and the machine learning. The RPA automates repetitive tasks. Machine learning enables systems to learn and make predictions. So together they increase the efficiency, speed, accuracy, and also the decision making capabilities. However, as dependency on AI increases, testing becomes even more important because the errors can affect millions of users instantly. Coming to machine learning versus the robotic process automation. So here we compare the RPA and the ML. The RPA characteristics are that it is repetitive, rule based, works on structured data. Examples like the regular data entry jobs, where you can automate using RPA, invoice processing, form validation. So the RPA follows some predefined deterministic rules. It cannot adapt to unexpected situations. Coming to the machine learning systems, it learns from data, makes predictions, handles unstructured data. So examples, say for example, image recognition, language translation, recommendation systems. So here the ML systems are adaptive and flexible. So it is having decision making capabilities because it learns from some examples from the past data. Its behavior may change over time. It becomes adaptive. It updates the beliefs. So that makes testing more difficult than the traditional software testing, which is deterministic. The AI and computer vision, basic understanding of these two technologies. The computer vision enables the machines to understand the images and videos. So the objective is to simulate or exceed the human intelligence for specific tasks like object detection, object recognition, which you can find in various computer vision applications like self-driving cars, face recognition, medical imaging, surveillance systems. The uses internally, the AI systems uses machine learning, neural networks, deep learning, pattern recognition. To efficiently work with the AI system, it requires massive training data and thus a careful testing. If testing is poor, then a misclassification may occur, bias may emerge, and the dangerous decisions may happen. Coming to the computer vision tasks, next this slide will explain some computer vision tasks like classification, where you assign a label to an image, object detection, where we find and locate the objects by using a bounding box. Semantic segmentation, where classifying each pixel in an image. In the instance segmentation, it is separating individual objects separately. So if there are some five apples, each apple is considered as one object rather than telling it's only one apple, or the object apples are there. So every instance also identifies the category and the individual objects separately. The OCR, the optical character recognition, where it focuses only on the texts from the images, it extracts the text from the images. All these ML tasks, AI tasks, which are part of computer vision, they are heavily used in autonomous vehicles, medical diagnosis, smart surveillance, retail automation. So, these real time examples, we can understand how the testing becomes very critical because small errors may lead to serious consequences. Coming to the NLP, that is also one branch of artificial intelligence like the computer vision, which is natural language processing. Like examples, it is used in image captioning, visual question answering. ChatGPT uses it for the image understanding and the autonomous assistants. So there are multimodal systems which are becoming very powerful and they are very complex, where you can not only use the images but the texts as well together to understand the system. The challenges here include the context misunderstanding, hallucinations, the bias propagation, security vulnerabilities. So, testing such systems requires functional testing, robust testing, and also ethical evaluation is required. Next, coming to the some scenarios where the real world ML failures have happened. So these examples will show why ML testing is essential. We have taken few examples like the IBM Watson the incorrect cancer treatment recommendations. The Amazon recruitment tool was biased on against with the women candidate recruitment. Google Photos, incorrect racial labeling was there. Tesla Autopilot, the accidents happened due to some system limitations. Microsoft chatbot, it learned offensive behavior from the social media users. So these failures affected the public trust and the brand reputation was under stake. Then the human safety is also much of a concern. Next, let us understand what are the causes of these ML failures. So, this slide will be summarizing the reasons behind these failures. Some of the common causes are biased training data, lack of diversity, poor validation, overfitting. If the decision taken is very complex and not straightforward, then the lack of contextual understanding. So, the AI systems, it requires high accuracy, but the high accuracy does not alone guarantee the reliability. They must be fair, explainable, robust, and ethically tested as well. Taking each case one by one, like the IBM Watson and the Microsoft T, these two cases we will discuss in this slide. The Watson was designed to assist cancer treatment recommendation but had limited training data. So, to understand the medical context with the limited training data, the AI decision making was very difficult. Another challenge was the medical records are unstructured. To understand each context properly, final recommendations became they were very incorrect. So healthcare AI requires first of all domain expertise. So it is interdisciplinary. The experts, the subject matter experts also should be the stakeholders so that the unstructured medical records can be well explained to the ML practitioners. Then rigorous validation has to be done by the humans or the experts, and they have to be in the loop. Then the human oversight is also one of the lesson which they have learned in this healthcare AI. The Microsoft T chatbot, it learned like from the natural language processing, it learned some offensive content from the Twitter interactions. So this they started producing, generating some texts which were racist and offensive tweets. So this gave one very important concept of moderation. So when anything gets generated by the generative AI, the content generated has to be moderated. A human monitoring needs to be done to trust what is getting, whatever output we are getting, that has to be monitored. And ethical safeguards need to be implemented. Coming to the Google Photos, Amazon, and Tesla. In the Google Photos, they incorrectly labeled the individuals in the racist category, and this happened because it was biased with insufficient training data. Maybe there was a data imbalance. And in the Amazon recruitment tool, again there was a data imbalance. Most of the recruitment from the past data showed the gender to be male, and so the hiring was biased on the gender basis, and they penalized the resumes containing the terms associated with the women. Tesla Autopilot, it struggled with the edge cases and unusual road situations. In real life, the road conditions may not be an ideal one. Sometimes you cannot just trust the system blindly. If there is a red signal or a green signal says go, but in case a pedestrian was slowly walking and crosses the zebra crossing, but there is a green for the vehicle to go, it cannot apply the rules immediately. So it has to take some unusual decision. So these are some edge case. So edge case testing is very critical from this case. Otherwise, it can the accidents can happen. So this AI systems have limitation, and sometimes a human has to intervene and take the decision how to implement. This slide will introduce the major testing factors, the bias variance trade-off, training data quality, hyperparameter tuning, validation techniques, adversarial testing, and continuous monitoring to build robust AI systems. Next, we'll see the bias variance trade off. This is one of the most fundamental concepts in machine learning. Humans do make error. Similarly, any models also can make error. So, these errors are of here. This error can be distributed as some from the bias, some from the variance. So this bias square plus variance is plus irreducible error. The bias occurs when the model is too simple, or it says it's underfitting. It's poorly learned because the data is not sufficient. The variance occurs when the model memorizes the training data too much and it is very poor in generalization. The goal is to achieve low bias, a model with a low bias and low variance. This slide will visually explain the bias variance concept of oversimplified model and underfitting models. How do we reduce the bias? The techniques used for reducing the bias are diverse data sets so that we get examples of variety case studies, the fairness awareness aware algorithms, better feature engineering, the bias aware evolution metrics, and regularization techniques where you can address the overfitting. The goal is to build an ethical and inclusive AI systems which is not a biased one, and this will be very important, especially in hiring systems, healthcare, law enforcement, finance. In next slide, we will be addressing the variance, the techniques how to reduce the variance by using the cross validation, as we want to generalize and by using ensemble methods, by using the early stopping while training. You can use the early stopping mechanism, the regularization like the lasso regularization, ridge regularization. There are regularization techniques, elastic net. These regularization techniques help in reducing the overfitting, which happens when the variance increases. Then feature engineering, some of the irrelevant features can be removed so that the variance can be controlled. So this model should perform well not only on the training data but also on the unseen real world data. In the next slide, we'll talk about comprehensive training data quality, which directly affects the model performance. Good training data should be diverse, representative, balanced, and unbiased. The problems will occur when some groups are underrepresented, it is not inclusive, the data is noisy, labels are incorrect. So we can handle this by using some techniques called data augmentation, handling the class imbalance, and by data cleaning. Always we have to remember, if there is a garbage data in going inside the model, then all the predictions will also be a garbage out. So the garbage in and garbage out. So the data cleaning is the utmost first step before going ahead with all the other feature engineering, model parameter tuning, uh, etc. Coming to the hyperparameter tuning, which are the settings in the model which are chosen before the training. We put the values, assign the values for the hyperparameters. For example, learning rate, batch size, number of layers in case it is neural networks, number of trees if it is a random forest. So tuning will help optimize the model performance. A common techniques are grid search, random search, Bayesian optimization, and the proper tuning will improve the accuracy, stability, and the generalization. Coming to the validation and evaluation, all said and done, the training has been completed. Now we have to validate. So proper evaluation strategies are required for the testing. Like for example, the cross validation, estimate the generalization performance. There's a holdout validation where you separate the training and the testing data sets. Within the training, we can segregate again for validation. So the metrics depend on the machine learning tasks, whether it's classification, regression, clustering. Depending on that, appropriate metrics are there for the evaluation. Example are accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, the ROC. The different problems require different metrics. So for example, in medical diagnosis, precision and recall can be used. For the regression, you can use the mean square error. Coming to the adversarial testing, we will discuss here the adversarial testing checks the model robustness against malicious inputs. So wherever we are having some uh, applications related to the security, there you will be using the adversarial testing where the input data will be tiny. We will modify it and to fool the models and finally evaluate whether the model is able to capture that modification or not. Changing, say if it is an image, changing few pixels here and there, the model will evaluate whether the image has changed. So all the frauds happening nowadays with where images are changed, the face, the scenario, the scene captured originally, a part of it has changed. Maybe a person's face is being replaced. So this is very dangerous, and that's why the adversarial testing is of utmost importance. It is used in the security systems, facial recognition, etc. Next, coming to the continuous monitoring and maintenance. So testing does not end after deployment because it has to be, the models must be continuously monitored. The data is changing over time and it is learning continuously as the data increases and it's being made input. So this is called also a data drift. Continuous monitoring includes the retraining, updating data sets. You can use the version control and the human feedback loops. So AI systems after deployment needs life cycle maintenance. Finally, we conclude this session by summarizing robust ML testing is essential for reliability, fairness, security, ethical AI. We have discussed the real world failures and some of the reasons why it fails, and what are the methods we can use to reduce these failures, and some of the testing strategies and the monitoring strategies. Remember, the future AI systems must be right, that is, are reliable, I inclusive, T trustworthy, E ethical. So the goal is not only intelligent AI but also a safe, trustworthy, and a responsible AI. Thank you everyone for your attention.